So I'm just tearing out the windows and taking off the capping on all the frames and basically stripping out the windows in the frames, and then once that's done, then I'll take the eave trough off and rip off the shingles on the roof, because we'll probably, if we do it right, we'll be able to salvage the sheeting on the roof. So here we go, ripping all the gypsum board and plaster, cement, actually it's parging, it looked like concrete but it was parging, off the ceiling and off the walls. And we're just ripping it right down to the studs, pulling all the nails out, taking all the insulation out of the walls. You can kind of see right there what cement with the plaster, gypsum board, and the mortar. Basically, it's a mortar put over top, and then it's got that particle board for sheeting on the studs, and behind that is brick, or on the outside of the house is brick. So I'm not going to take any of this stuff off until we finish the upstairs. But basically that's what it is. There's the insulation over there, big pile of it. Big pile of plaster here we gotta clean up, throw it in the bin, take it to the dump. Bins full of concrete from the foundation, from the sun porch. There she goes. Oh, no, she went up a little bit. So we're ripping off the roof now. The roofers forgot to put some membrane on this area here, but they had enough to do everywhere else. So now we need to set footings and put the forms up for the cement walls of the basement, the foundation. And then we got to go down at the very back over there where that wall is there. I got to go down another 4 feet and then put another footing for the house, because the house goes back that far. So I'm just getting things kind of torn out. Just getting things ripped out. Big lot, but also you know, a big house. It's gonna take up a lot of the lot, this house. Anyways, so I cut a hole in the foundation right there and excavated in front of it so we can put a cellar here, a fruit cellar, storage cellar. There's a pile of dirt that I took out of the back of the house. Bricks are all ripped off. We're starting to tear off all the siding and throw it in a big bin. Ripping off the cement out of the ground, out of the foundation that was left at the back. Excavating it for the new addition. There's going to be a wall right here, and then there's going to be a garage door right here, and another one, 3 garage doors along the front here. So we just got to finish tearing this down. Still hanging on. Still hanging on. It's that top corner, I think. Gonna go all by herself.
Bye. Oh, I leaned it against the
Stood
wall.
right up against the wall. So we got it marked out here. We're gonna put some big slabs to support the wall on those stakes, and they have to be 25 inches thick. Then there's a couple pads right there that need to be dug out, and a slab of concrete poured in there. This right here is a old dug well, and we're going to talk to the engineer about either having to excavate this and get it out of here and then have to retamp the soil, or are we going to build a footing to go from the house over top to the edge of this, and then go down the 2 feet, and then go down 4 feet to match up to the footing that's on the back of the house, 4 feet from this level, or sorry, 5 feet from this level down. And these stakes right here, that's the outside of the wall of the house. And it's going to go, this is going to be a garage right here in this spot right here, and then there's 2 more bays going to be over there on that section. But right here in the middle of this old garage wall, we have to put another footing below to support a beam that goes across here for the top of the garage. And we have to make the footing the same height, but only 21 inches thick on center of this wall, the same height as that footing there down below this dirt right here. So that's the long and the short of that. Now we got boards ripped off the roof up there on one side. Now we got to flip the tarp back and reciprocating saw the boards between the trusses and do the same thing to that and make it so that the tarp can go back on, because we're kind of in a rainy.
I saw you videoing him when he was taking away something.
Yeah, when he was cutting the thing off.
Rough.
That's what you need, is one of those. Okay, rolling. Cool. So this part of the house, the garage area, it'll be going next week. we're going to tear that down, and then once this is flattened out, then we'll start on the roof section up there and then the back of the house. These two walls here, that front wall and the end wall, are going to stay. They're going to be existing in the new house. So Hayden and I used the Bobcat today to take down the garage. We still have to disassemble the 2x8s because we're going to repurpose them for cement forms for the footings in the backyard. But we managed to push up on the bottom of the plywood with a post on the bucket and pop all the 3/4 inch plywood off, because it's like $85 for a used sheet of plywood. So we're going to clean all the plywood and we'll repurpose it for something not in a nice area, but we'll pressure wash it all and clean it good and pull the nails out before we use it. But there we go. We're going to tear this section down now. It's kind of the hallway between the garage and the house, kitchen, living room area. So this is all going to come out. We'll take it out with a Bobcat methodically. See if we can't save this 2x4s without breaking them. If we do, well, then we'll have to saw them off. It would be nice to get this chunk down today. So there's a floor, pile of debris. So we got to take the roof off and this back wall right here. And that wall back there is staying, and so is that front wall. There's the bathroom. It's a small bathroom. You just had enough room. It's like 4 inches away from the bathroom door when you're sitting on the toilet. It was not a proper sized bathroom. There, that used to be up there. Okay, so we cut the slab out here and we excavated down here, and we had to put a footing beside the original foundation because the hallway is a little wider and we have to go up to ground level here. This has to be below grade. And we put 22-inch by 8-inch forms for footings. And they're all level and plumb. Well, we're getting some footings in. My brother Armin's got the peak of the roof off. We're having to do some underpinning on the existing footing in the front of the house, adding another 12 inches, 32 inches wide of pads underneath the existing 22 by 6 footings at the front of the house to match the footings that'll go in here at the back of the house. And I made these boxes 58 by 58 and lined them with plastic, so when we fill them with concrete we'll be able to lift them off. They'll slide off really well because the plastic will be slippery. I still have to do that box there, and those two over there would be advantageous to do the inside of them with that roll of plastic right there. The rebar is for our footings that we're doing at the front of the house. big rain, but I think it's already come down like 2.5 inches in an hour. So we can get it pumped out in its lowest spot. We still might be able to pour today at 1 o'clock. We need to fill that box right there, that one right there, and then there's a bunch of stuff that's along the front of the house, some underpinning and the entranceway. Pumping out pretty good. It's down like 2.5 inches now, and you can kind of see how it's moving over here to this box here, because this box is the lowest. So we still have to dig this down 4 inches, and once we hit the 4-inch level, then there's water. So that's how big that hole has to be enlarged. We started out with 58 by 58. We run into water, and then the engineer says that we have to go 8 feet by 8 feet by 16, and we have to make it. Yep, you can reach it. Oh, well, you have to hire him then to do that. You have to shave the wall.
Yeah.
So
I
we
might scrape a bit off the top here so I can
that's
come
okay.
closer in.
Right.
I'll do the rest. It's fine.
yeah, okay, we can do that.
Subscribers.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
to
we
show
need.
off, you know?
Yeah, what we need is we need to like him digging, and then we find a skull in the ground. You know, everybody wants that. Everybody wants to see
or
that.
maybe
eh?
Al hanging onto that thing there while
Yeah.
he's moving.
So we're coming along here at the job site, and we are making forms. There's a well over here that we got to build a 14-inch by 26 foot footing over for 10 feet, and then it steps down here, and then it goes below grade, and then we need to put a very large box of cement right here, 8 by 8 with rebar in it, and another one over there. And then if you come along here, we'll need to put a 32 by 12-inch footing in this trench here, and then it steps up and it goes up into this 22 by 8 footing, and that's where the wall of the house is going to go. And then this is the back of the garage, and it's jogged over. And then there's another wall that's going to go right here. So, fun and games. I did, yeah. You gotta take it all in the basement now.
Okay.
So, here's where we're digging out 12 inches down. Here's a big pad that needed to go in 18 inches thick to support this wall, because right in the middle of the house is where there's a garage pillar that extends all the way up to the top of the house, so this had to be a big pad. And we're like in sections pulling out dirt underneath the foundation and leaving supports in between, and filling these areas with a frame like this, 12 inches high, and putting in 3 pieces of rebar, and then stuffing some screws around the ends of the rebar to hold them in place. And then once the thing is filled and comes up to the bottom of the original 6-inch footing, then we can just take the screws out and back these boards off and put 3 new pieces of rebar into the next hole, put more screws in, and reuse the same 4-foot footing, and then come back here, dig this out, and do the same over the whole front of the house. This asshole. That's a lot of hydraulics going on there. No. Now there's a hydro wire there. He's lower than the hydro wire. I wonder if he's going to lift it up past the hydro wire. See ya. Yeah, it is. So now we got to rip the forms off. But it was 18 cubic yards of concrete. And I'm glad that we're done to this point. So there we go. There's all our footings in and all the forms taken off. So now we just got to put some forms on top and build walls. Keep hitting her. There she is. There, we got the door cut out now. We're just busting up the block, making it smaller, using it as fill. This is what this is turning into. Looks pretty good.